Hi everybody, I'm Mary with MaryGreeley News. Thank you very much for joining me. It is Thursday, February 13th, 2025. We're looking at the recent earthquakes. Mostly what I'm concentrating is earthquakes along the San Andreas fault zone. There was a 3.4 earthquake near Petrolia, northern California, and we got a 3.3. There was also an earthquake there in Pacifica, a 1.6, which is along the San Andreas fault zone. And then we got, quite a few down there in Los Angeles. San Diego, there was a one by Imperial Beach, a 1.2. Recently, an expert from the UK is urging California residents to remain alert after a series of earthquakes struck the state, many of them within 48 hours. She warned the string of tremors could signal a larger earthquake that is to come. When I was in high school, I lived along or in Pacifica, California, and this is that magnitude 1.6. You can see here we got the San Andreas fault zone, and then a little bit farther to the north, right smack dab in the center of where the fault runs through, is the fire department. So if you think that emergency services could come and rescue you, you might be mistaken, seeing how when this fire department was built, they didn't realize that the San Andreas fault zone actually ran underneath the fire department. Going to Google Earth, here's the fire department. So going back to where the high school is at, right down over here, this is the mountain that I used to climb over, going to and from school. I used to live on Edgemar Road. Back in 1972, 1973, there was about 2,000 students that went to that school. And you can see, I hope you can see, drawn out in red, that is the San Andreas fault zone. Dr. Jess Johnson, Associate Professor in Geophysics at the University of East Anglia, Northwich, United Kingdom, told the Daily Mirror these earthquakes are fairly small, and not only a handful were felt by residents. The largest one, a magnitude 4.5, which was on the 12th, which was yesterday, they're close to Petrolia, California. This is in the area of the Mendocino Triple Junction, where the San Andreas fault zone actually ends. And then we have the Cascadia subduction zone to the north. A shake alert went out for that earthquake, and 182 people said they felt it. And here's the moment tensor ball. You can see what we got spreading. I did check out this researcher, this scientist, and she has a lot of papers and has done multiple earthquake studies for Hawaii, Hilo, New Zealand, and volcano activity. The professor explained that they likely occurred due to their proximity to the San Andreas fault. She said, the small cluster of earthquakes occurred on faults close to and probably associated with the San Andreas fault. This fault system is due to the Earth's crust on either side of the fault moving past each other. Frequent earthquakes occur on and around the San Andreas fault system as its strain is built up and released. The smaller earthquakes are just an indication that pressure has built for a larger earthquake. Well, the string of earthquakes have been relatively minor. Dr. Jess warned that they could potentially indicate something bigger to come and urged residents to be prepared. There is a small chance that these earthquakes could precede a larger earthquake, so residents should always remain alert and have an earthquake plan in place, she said. On average, the state typically experiences 2 to 3 earthquakes large enough to cause moderate damage every year. The Department of Homeland Security has issued advice to prepare before an earthquake. Create a family emergency communication plan that has an out-of-state contact. I've talked about this a lot. Phone lines, if they're still up and remaining after a large earthquake, would not be working because they'd be overwhelmed. Text messaging might work in such a case, but have an out-of-state contact just in case you can get a line, a cell phone tower that is working, to use that person who's out of state as a communication between you and loved ones. Expect to be on your own for a length of time, like I showed you. There in Pacifica, the fire department, emergency services, is built right on top of the San Andreas fault zone. Also have a plan where to meet if you get separated from your family or loved ones. Make a supply kit that includes enough food and water for several days. A flashlight, a fire extinguisher, and a whistle. Sometimes when you can't have enough wind to yell, a whistle can be heard over a long distance. I often find that we do get information from other countries when it's censored here in the United States. So when this professor warns that there could be something very large coming for the San Andreas fault zone, I would take notice and get prepared just in case. So what are your thoughts? Put your comments down below. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, please share. Definitely share. It will help with the ranking here on YouTube. So much censoring going on. Please stay safe, and I'll talk to you later. God bless you all. Bye.